I'm sure that woman's after my money too. I don't believe in love.
I bought this at the cheap store down the street. It looks good, right?
Trouble Busters!
My name is Alan. Today is my wedding. Normally it would be a wonderful day to celebrate, but I'm standing here at the chapel in a not-so-happy way. You might be wondering why that is. It's because I'm here getting married to someone because of my parents. It's a political marriage of sorts. Today is horrible. I'm so tired of all these women who are trying to get closer to me for money. Apparently Miss Helen's background isn't exactly the most wealthy either, right?
So what?
I'm sure Miss Helen's after money too.
Do not think that you can do whatever you want and just get away with it. If you just quietly handle everything and go with it, it'll solve itself.
Ugh. He didn't care about how I felt at all. My new life with my new wife, Miss Helen, began.
This steak is delicious.
I'm glad you liked it. It's cheap meat, so I was worried that it might be a little dry or something, but...
Huh? Cheap meat?
Yeah, it's only $4 for 200 grams.
$4? It tasted like it would cost damn near $20.
$20? I would not be able to spend that much money on a single steak. Oh, but if you want to eat something that expensive, Alan, you just let me know and I'll go buy some for you.
Oh, that's not what I meant, but...
I bought this over at Walmart. Doesn't it look good on me?
Yeah, it looks great. Did you say Walmart?
What's wrong?
Isn't Walmart the store that's famous for super reasonable prices?
Yeah, I really love buying things that are reasonably priced.
Is she... No. She must be the type to try signaling that I'm not after your money, right?
I have something I need to talk to you about with money.
Bingo! Here we go! We're finally gonna figure out this woman's true colors. What is it that you wanted to talk about?
Well, the vacuum that I brought back from home is starting to break down, and I was hoping to buy a new one, so...
Is that what you were talking about with money?
Yeah. Oh, I'll be sure to not choose anything that's overly expensive.
If it's just a vacuum.
Thank you.
Afterwards, she continued to never bother me for any kind of money. If anything, she was very frugal and felt very happy from the smallest things. I loved living with her, and before I knew it, I had opened up to her. I'm home!
Welcome home.
Thanks for lunch, Helen. Your lunches are always so incredibly delicious.
Thank you. You're always complimenting me, so it always makes me want to do even better for you, you know?
Hey, Helen.
What is it?
We've already been married for 10 years, huh?
Yeah, talk about the blink of an eye.
At first, I was really worried, but I'm so glad to have married you, Helen.
Me too. I'm so glad I was able to find such a wonderful husband.
Helen?
Love you, honey. Let's have a lovely life together.
I'd love that. Hello, Dad? What is it?
Alan, I have good news for you.
Good news?
Next Sunday, you need to make sure you're free.
Huh? Next Sunday?
All right, it's settled.
What did your father want?
Well, he said he wanted to talk to me about something next Sunday.
I wonder what it is.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Alan, I've got great news for you today.
What is that great news?
Alan, I found you a brand new wife.
Huh?
I just said I found you a brand new wife, so you're going to marry her instead.
Dad, you realize that this woman next to me is my wife, right?
Yeah, I see her.
Are you saying that you want me to get a divorce from Helen?
Wonderful! You really are my son with how quick you are to catch on to things.
No. You must be out of your mind. I'm not thinking about divorcing with Helen. Not in the least bit.
Look, the next woman is a big-time CEO only daughter.
Can you not ignore what I'm saying?
Shut up! My turn isn't over yet.
Your turn? What is this, some kind of card game?
You're going to make a lot more money, so you'll live even happier than you are now, Alan. This is wonderful news to you.
No, I'm happy enough as is. Besides, you're the one that introduced me to Miss Helen to begin with.
Yes, you're exactly right. I am the one that introduced you to Helen.
Huh?
Alan, you've never had a good time with any of the women that you've dated.
Well...
But things went perfectly well with Miss Helen, whom I chose for you, which means it'll be the same thing this time around.
No. I'm not going to divorce my current wife when things are going well for me now anyways.
You say that, but you didn't want to marry Miss Helen in the beginning either, right?
At the time. But that was just the past. The present is now.
You've really grown into a selfish man, huh? Just 'cause you want to live with her, you won't divorce her? Look, There's no such thing as love in this world. You understand? You cling on to abstract things like that, which is why you're not suited for being a CEO.
That's not related.
Miss Helen, I'm sure you're going to leave him as soon as he loses his money too, right?
That's not.
I know the household you've grown up in.
Dad! Helen is not the kind of person to be doing that.
No, she probably is. She grew up in a household kissing ass to get to a higher position. She's only got one choice, and that's to be under the command of a rich man.
Dad, you need to cut it out.
I'm just going to be honest with you now. I didn't appreciate it at all.
Huh?
Marriage is just for the house or for society. You don't need love for any of that, but you two are all having fun and getting along.
Dad, is the real reason you're trying to rip us apart because...
Is that a problem?
That's too selfish.
You should be thanking me right now, Miss Helen.
Why?
Because if I didn't find her, she'd still be a single woman almost in her 40s.
You don't know that.
You've been with Alan for 10 years now. You should be plenty happy, right?
Dad, you're going way too far. I don't care if you say what you want about me, but you better take back everything you said about Helen.
Why? I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to take it back, huh?
Nope.
This is the end of my patience. I'm not going to let him say any more bad things about Helen. I have decided that I'm going to fight my father now. I'm never going to forgive him. Trouble Buster! So yeah, you heard that right, Mom. You can come in now.
Huh?
I heard everything you said. What is going on, honey? Explain this situation to me.
Hey! What are you doing here? I thought you were busy today, so...
That's why I came here, because I was busy.
You lied to me?
Were you listening to what I was saying? I just said that I had something to do. That's it.
Yeah, that doesn't exactly explain with who or about what. So she hasn't lied at all.
No, that's basically a lie. You screwed me over, Alan. You were plotting this all along.
I didn't plot anything.
Yeah, Alan didn't do anything wrong. I was the one that thought of this whole plan from the beginning, after all.
What?
You've just been acting so strange recently.
Strange? That's a bit rude, don't you think?
So can you start explaining to me what the hell is going on here?
I came here to talk to Alan for the company's well-being.
What are you talking about? Talk to me? You literally were just talking at me.
Sometimes when a parent thinks about their child, they get a little emotional. It's a pretty normal thing that happens every day.
That wasn't emotional. That was more so just annoying and brutish.
I see. So that's why you tried to force our son and his lovely wife to get a divorce?
I just said that it wasn't being forced.
If you don't call that forced, then I'm really not sure what you're supposed to call forced.
Alan, you shut the hell up! You want to grow our company too, right, honey?
Of course, I'm a business owner and I'd love to grow the company even more than it currently is.
Bingo, right? That's what I said. See, I told you, Alan.
But to control someone's life, let alone your own son, and to sacrifice it against his will to grow our wealth? I don't see that as an option. Look, our son is not a thing. Stop making him get married and get divorced at your whim.
Our son isn't a thing, huh? You're such a hypocrite, aren't you?
What did you say?
You just said that you didn't want to make your son a thing, but you were totally on board with making him marry Miss Helen. But now, you're just sitting here attacking me? Yeah, you're definitely speaking with a forked tongue. You wanted the land that Miss Helen's family had too, right?
That's a funny joke.
What are you talking about? It's a fact.
I mean, maybe to some extent. I was definitely on board for these two getting married, but it wasn't for selfish reasons like you.
What?
Mom, what's going on? What are you guys talking about?
The second I met Miss Helen, I knew I could trust her to take good care of you. You remember, right, Miss Helen? Yes.
You know what's going on too, Helen?
I heard from your mother before we got married that you were becoming very suspicious of all women and what they were getting closer to you for.
Wait, really?
At first, I wasn't sure if I should let you marry her, just like you had your doubts. I had heard about the kind of background she came from, and that's what made me change my mind. I felt like Miss Helen would be the one that would be able to change your mind towards women. Just like you know, Alan, my family wasn't exactly the wealthiest family, but just because we weren't wealthy in money didn't mean that we weren't happy. We supported each other. We all definitely understand and appreciate the value of money.
I see. That's why you never came asking for money, even after we got married.
Do not lump me together with the likes of you. If I may have a word, sir, I came out here and said that I wanted to get married on my own. My parents were worried at first, but I don't have any kind of regret marrying Mr. Allen.
That's why you just had to rely on getting married to a man with money, right?
Were you listening to anything that anyone was just saying?
I was listening. It changed nothing though. You were definitely after the money.
Ugh, I didn't realize you were this cold and horrible.
What's so different?
Yes, Alan and Helen's union may be called a political marriage by regular people walking around and not knowing anything.
See, I'm totally right.
It's not just that, though. I said this earlier. I found Miss Helen's personality very attractive and thought that she was good enough for Alan. I learned Mr. Allen's personality and thought I could get along with this person for the rest of my life.
My personality? I'm happy that you're complimenting me, but we never went on a single date before we got married. How are you going to understand my personality?
I researched you through your company and all of your clients that you worked with.
Wait, really?
I mean, you've got to look up the person that's going to become your husband, right?
I guess so, yeah.
I couldn't meet you in person enough, so I thought that this was the only way that I could really get to know you, you know? Sorry for doing something that's kind of stalker-esque.
Oh, it's totally fine.
Oh, that kind of crap is what pisses me off when I'm watching you two.
Why are you so upset about that? Because it doesn't lead to the company's wealth and growth? Or because you're just jealous of Alan and his wife being happy with each other?
Jealous? Ha! You think that a grown adult would be upset just because of something as silly as jealousy?
I mean, I think that seeing a couple love each other when you believe that marriage doesn't require romance at all is a good reason to be pretty jealous of someone.
I just said that I'm not jealous! Wait, what did you just say?
I've been married to you for a long time, honey, but apparently you didn't love me, huh? I was actually about to cry because you shocked me so much.
No, I didn't say a thing.
Don't you dare lie now. I heard everything you said from the beginning till the end.
You must have misheard. You are definitely just imagining things. When did you do that, Alan?
This was also advice from me.
You all just completely mocked your own family member.
No, it's all your fault, Dad. You used the company as an excuse to try to push Helen and I apart.
Shut up, shut up! I'm only doing it for the company!
Yeah? And that's just the front, right? The real reason is that you're jealous, right? Oh, come on. Hey, answer me, right?
Stop messing with people! It's all your fault to begin with!
Huh? Me?
Ever since we got married, you've always prioritized work and company time by sacrificing time as husband and wife. Am I wrong? If you think you can argue against that, then I want you to try. I mean, I'm so smart and correct that there's no way you can outlogic me.
Where does that weird confidence actually come from?
I did work hard to support my father because he was a CEO at the time. I spent a lot of time in the office. This is a fact.
Right? See, I win.
But I also made sure to make enough time for us, too. I took at least one day off a week, but every day you were always missing. I made time for you, but you were running away from me.
I didn't intend to run from. Huh?
Can you say that after looking at this?
What the hell is this, Dad?
This is just a business meeting. You know, I'm a business owner, so I need to really expand my social network, you know? It's all about networking nowadays.
Huh, you seem pretty, intensely focused on your business meeting. I think it's more than enough to be sued over for damages, don't you think?
What?
You seem to be very slow when it comes to common sense in society, huh?
Mom, was Dad going out on your days off because...
Yeah, you're probably imagining the right idea.
Dad, I didn't realize that you were the kind of person to be doing this sort of thing.
No, this was just a little stress relief.
Look at this photo and tell me that this is just a little stress relief.
I couldn't help it. They were fine with making me have fun as long as I spent the money. At first I was going to stop it, but I wasn't satisfied being married with you, and...
Yes, I was a pretty busy woman, so I felt a little guilty. I pretended to not know what was going on this whole time.
Then why are you bringing it up now?
Because you're trying to take Alan and Helen's happiness. Just like Alan, I don't mind when you mock or make fun of me, but I will not forgive you if you try to hurt or come at someone that I care for very much, even if it is my own husband.
No, I just wanted him to find his happiness, and I just got a little carried away.
Huh? I thought jealousy was the real reason. Oh, you're starting to not make any sense now.
If you were really thinking about me and trying to take care of me, you're going way too deep. You need to leave me alone.
What?
Helen and I will decide what happens to our happiness. I don't want you to tell us what to do and how to do it and when.
Well said, my son.
What? Between having money and not having money?
Of course. Between the two choices, I would choose having money. But that's not everything. Helen wasn't the wealthiest person, but she was able to grow strong and full of love without money. She's definitely not a weak person that's trying to solve everything with money like you are, Dad. I can tell right now clearly, I am the world's happiest and luckiest man to have married Helen.
Alan? Aw, thank you for that.
You little brats! You think you know how the world works? You're going to forget the fact that I introduced her to you?
You're still going to keep this up? I'm honestly moving past pity and into laughing territory.
The problem here is that you're trying to separate me from Miss Helen.
Ugh, there's no point in keeping this up. He's not listening. Mr. Ark, I'm going to be cutting ties with you after today. We're going to be getting a divorce, and I'm going to sue you for damages. What the hell is so funny? Did your brain freeze up or something?
If you do that, then I will tell everyone everything about you. I mean literally everything. The company reputation will drop by the wayside, and you are all going to hell with me. So yeah, how about we settle everything peacefully here for all parties involved, huh? Wow, did your brain freeze? Lol, got him!
No, I'm just laughing because you really do have the brain of a 5-year-old boy.
What?
I told you that I had noticed and caught on to you acting suspicious, right? Unfortunately, I've already explained everything to our clients.
Explained everything?
Yes, that you've been having affairs for a very long time, that you were trying to force your own son to get a divorce from his wife that he loves because you wanted to have another political marriage.
What's the benefit in doing all of that?
Wrongdoings will always come to light eventually. I just put it out in the open before anyone found out on their own.
I see. Well, thanks for going ahead and destroying yourself without my help.
Most of the clients forgave me, though. No repercussions.
Huh?
There are 2 reasons that they forgave me. The first one is that I apologized from the bottom of my heart and let them know that I deeply regretted all the trouble I caused them. The second is that our company is incredibly trusted from a long-standing business relationship.
There may have been problems outside of work, but our work was top of the line.
You're the only one that's in the wrong here, honey. There's nothing wrong with all of our hard-working employees.
In other words, you've done no damage to us.
But...
How about you just give up, Dad?
Yeah, that about sums up your only option. I'm going to sue the shit out of you.
I'm sure it's just a couple tens of thousands, right? If I sell the land that I got from Helen's household.
That land is in my name.
Huh?
The title is in my name, and I own the rights to the land too.
Why do you own that?
Did you forget that you went to her house and convinced her parents that it was for your son, too? They were satisfied with that reason.
That was just to make her parents more accepting of the whole idea.
I see. So it was just a fake story, and they took it to heart.
But I'm the one that paid for the land. If you want to say that the land is yours, then you should at least give me...
What are you talking about? The land was paid for by the company.
And just so you know, that land is going to be used to build a corporate branch in the future. Unlike you, I'm not going to use it for personal pleasure.
Come on, if you have any more excuses, feel free.
I'm sorry. It was all my fault. Please, do not divorce me.
Wow. Look at you, all humble now.
If you divorce me, then I can't be at the company either.
And you reap what you sow.
Selena, I finally understood that you were the most important thing in my life. I'm sorry for all of the insolence up until this point, so please forgive me. I beg you!
You don't need love, though, right? Then it's better off if the two of us just get separated.
That was just because I wanted to look a little cool. So I said something that might seem badass. I'm a little immature.
Disgusting. You really don't have any money saved up, that's the problem.
Huh. He made a lot of money though, right?
Yes, but if you just spend all the money right away, it's all going to disappear.
I see. He was spending all that money on all of his little mistresses.
But we were doing great this whole time together. I'm not exactly the youngest person anymore. I can't live alone.
You're the one that created that kind of situation to begin with.
I don't want to be alone. I'm worried. Come on, Alan. Say something for me.
If you took back what you said about Helen, then I might have actually considered changing my mind on some things, you know?
Then I take it back now. I'm so sorry. It's way too late for that now. Come on, Miss Helen. Help me.
You've said so much about Alan, and you just continue to come up with excuses instead of owning up to your mistakes. I do not trust you, sir.
But damn it. You ungrateful bitch.
Yeah, that sounds like you're full of regret. You're always just going to be a cold, ruthless bastard.
That was just something that slipped out and disgusting.
Goodbye, Mr. Ark.
Wait, Selena!
Woods, my mother officially filed for divorce and sued him for $50,000 in damages through a lawyer. A lot of bad information spread throughout the office because of this. My father resigned out of his own volition because it was too awkward to stay in the company. My father, now out of a job, was dumped by all of his mistresses as well. He lost his job, family, and lover. He now lives in the middle of nowhere in the countryside, alone, waiting till the day he never wakes up. As for us...
Alan, you joining our business and accounting department has been helping our company grow so rapidly.
Helen's cooking is so good!
Thank you, sweetie.
We're still living a lovely life together, and I'm going to keep working hard for Helen. Trouble Busters!